shall we? Should we like go through like actual introductions here first? I don't know where that came about, dude.
Sure, Zach, go ahead. Introduce yourself. Who are you?
Hi, wait, hold on. Let me go to the big screen here. Hi, I'm PlentyAZach. My name is Jackson in game. So I'm no longer Zach. I'm a half-orc.
Oh my god.
That is my introduction, and I'm sticking to it.
That was flawless.
Hi,
That was
Jackson, Angela.
Oh my goodness.
Who would like to go next? Don't all jump at the opportunity.
Randy, what's your major?
What's my major? Well, hi, I'm RaccoonHandsRandy. I'm playing the character Sahala as a tiefling cleric. I'm going to probably forget her name for the first 3 sessions.
Don't worry, so will I.
So will we,
Salmonella. Nice to see you guys here.
Hi, hello. It's your boy JCooperE, also known as Josh. I am playing Ryder Firestone, Mr. Generic. I am a halfling bard, and I'm here to soothe your sweet and gentle souls this wonderful Wednesday evening.
Last but not least,
I'm White Ghost 117, aka Mike. I'm the DM. I play myself and every other character. So it should be fun.
Perfect.
Should be good.
All right, well, I guess let's just get
Zach,
on into this thing. What's up?
Josh has more than 9 HP.
You know, because he
He's starting
updated
this one
himself
loaded.
exactly 5 seconds ago, I haven't been able to update that.
I know.
What a wonderful concept.
Thank you, Jim, for that comment.
You're right. He should have much more than that, but he updated himself about 2 minutes ago.
Glass cannon, baby. Exactly, squirrel. Exactly.
Yep, the glass cannon bar.
He's just playing on hard mode while the rest of us are playing on easy.
Yeah, no,
Apparently.
pretty much. Some self-imposed challenges.
Just trying to end it after one stream. That's about it, to be honest.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
really,
I'm not gonna punish you guys at all.
He's playing on smooth brain. You're right, Kayla.
Be fooled.
Oh boy.
All right, so let's if we can go back to the map screen, let's talk about where we are. Now that you know kind of who the characters are. So the map of this is a map of Sork Coast in the Forgotten Realms, a common place for adventures in D&D. And the area that we're going to focus on today is Sembia, which is off to the east. We can zoom in on Sembia.
Sembia.
And before this session, we had a brief, I'd say brief, it was like 4 hours.
That's brief in D&D time.
Pre-session, session 0, in which there's a train. Hold on.
Choo choo.
This is going great.
I
Stay
wouldn't
in
be
the train.
DMing if there wasn't a train.
Oh yeah.
So, in session 0, the heroes, I guess, kind of met up in Mulhessen. They were, all 3 of them were there for different reasons. Ryder was there because he was looking to entertain some people that wouldn't kick him out of the city. Jackson was there trying to find a way to cure his ailment, and Sahala was there because she lived there. They all kind of banded up, and in the middle of the session, there was a dwarf whose companions got kidnapped by um, kidnapped by goblins, and it was up to the party to rescue them. Unfortunately, most of them were dead already, but they were able to find a old mercenary named Sildar Hallwinter. And he agreed to help escort them to Saerloon, the city that they were planning on traveling to for a chance to cure the ailment of Jackson, which I'm sure you'll learn what it is. So we start this session on the road to Saerloon. It is a couple-day journey down to Saerloon from Mulhessen. The group of three has one escort in the name of Sildar, and that's where we're at. So, I believe it is mid-morning when you got, or mid-morning or close to afternoon when you guys left. So, I will hand it off to you guys as to what are you doing right now on this journey to Saerloon.
Are we just walking, or are we on like a wagon?
If you remember, you have I know, it was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
You had a horse and wagon that you took from the dwarf as payment for failing to rescue his friends.
The horse's name was Floyd. I feel like that's very important.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
The horse's
Yes,
name
yes.
was Floyd.
Very good boy.
The goodest of boys. The goodest of boyos.
Okay, that helps.
Okay. So we're just along for this on this ride here. What's in the wagon? Can you describe what we find in this wagon, or is it just, you know?
In the wagon, I would say is probably Ryder, and that's about it. You guys didn't really bring many supplies other than the stuff on your back and in your packs.
You know, it's very comfy. It's very comfy back here in this wagon. For the record, guys, I'd recommend you hop in, Jackson, Sahala. But I mean, if you insist on staying on your feet, that's perfectly fine.
Well, I suppose so. We got a long journey ahead of us here. Might as well go ahead and get inside the wagon. I'll hop up on inside there.
Give you a nice. Go ahead.
We could take turns. I think that way, so the horse doesn't get too tired. Maybe.
Are you calling me heavy?
No, it's just one horse for two and a half people. So I don't want the horse to get too tired.
Kind of glance down at Ryder and be like, fair.
Sahala, Sildar's going to look at you and say, "Do I not count as a person?"
No.
Oh my god, I forgot he was there.
Wait, you said 2.5 people. I thought you meant me, him, and then Ryder. That was 2.5 people.
Yeah, the math still checks out.
Yeah, no, the math is perfectly fine.
It's perfect. It's great.
So technically 3.5 people, but I'm walking, so it's fine.
All right, I guess we're gonna start walking away here. So, Sildar,
Yes.
what did I believe your compatriot's name was Gundren, if I wasn't mistaken?
Sure.
If you want to call him that. What were you both like involved with? Because I'm assuming, right? Did he not send you out on some mission or something to like? What was your goal out here? Like, how did you get roped up in all this?
You see, I'm a mercenary. I escort people down the road between Mulhessen and Saerloon. It pays good money, especially when we have to go through the hunting fields.
The hunting fields, those sound dangerous. Well, what are we talking about in the hunting fields here, Saerloon, my guy?
It's just where the locals of Saerloon go to get food. They hunt.
That sounds good. That's okay.
I was like, are you unfamiliar with hunting fields, Ryder? Do they not have those where you toss silver pieces like they're going out of style?
Oftentimes we would just kind of have the food brought to us. But look, I feel safe knowing that Saerloon is here with us. It's really really appreciated.
The city? What are you? What are you? What? Are you talking about Sildar here?
Sildar, Saerloon, it's all sort of the same big beefy men that just protect you. It's fine.
I regretted this.
You look upon Sildar, a 50-year-old, like grizzled veteran. He's not really beefy. He's just older and clearly is long in the tooth in terms of his mercenary days.
Is he like is Silman is he like close to retirement? Is he ready to wrap this thing up? What are we
Is
talking?
he close to death? Is that what you're asking?
What kind of retirement do they think they have in this universe?
Do they have a 401k? No, how much is this guy gonna be willing to protect us if like shit goes belly up?
I mean, we did rescue him. He looks like a capable fighter, and so are we. I think we'll be fine.
This is all.
How did you not have conflict where you were in any capacity?
We had beer and music. Sometimes you'd miss a note. It was pretty conflicting.
Though both of you are gonna get us killed. Gosh.
So as we're headed down this road, what are we flanked by? Is it just like open fields, or are we talking like trees? What's the landscape that we're rolling down now?
Sure. So right now you are on like a cobblestone path that is it's going through almost a valley between hills. It's a gentle sloping hill. It's not anything mountainous or like anything like that, but it's pretty scarce of trees for right now. Pretty open area, very straight, just going along the path. It's not there's nothing that would make you unable to see far distances. Let's say that.
So it'd be pretty hard for someone to sneak up on us.
Yes.
Okay.
Sildar, it's been a minute since I've been over in these fields. What is the game looking like these days? What's the usual out here?
Forgot Sildar's name.
I was like, Sildar, are you there? I know you're kind of old, but just making sure.
I was like, Sildar, wait, that's me.
The wagon rocking, it's putting him right to sleep.
Yeah.
He's on autopilot.
Yeah. Well, I guess it depends on your fancy. There's tons of deer, elk, some bear, rabbit, or, he looks you up and down. You could always hunt the most dangerous game.
Which would be?
I'm gonna lean over towards my compatriots and say, I think they kill people out here.
I'm beginning to agree with you.
I'm just gonna raise my eyebrows, kind of excitedly, like perhaps.
What kind of game we talking here? Like what? Danger? Please.
Well, you see, Saerloon has
There's a reason he usually helps give safe passage to people.
Yeah. You don't want to be one of the. You don't want to be misidentified as one of the quote unquote hunted. Which is why I'm here, to escort you there safely.
What do they consider you?
Not a hunted.
Okay, that's
I don't know.
that's good. Do they know of you out here? Like, are you feared
Who
in
is
these
they?
territories?
Am I feared? No.
Are you?
What?
Okay. Look,
Do I terrify you, little one?
most things do, as a matter of fact. I mean, Salhalla, I think mostly just heals people, and even she's a little intimidating. So I'm just be cautious here is all.
Could I possibly do a little perception? Just take a look around, take a gander into the fields for anything interesting.
You know what? Sure. What is your passive perception? I'm curious.
Well, what a
Are
great
you a perceptive
question.
person?
Probably not. You know what this probably doesn't tell me is what my passive perception is. Boy.
D&D Beyond does.
I know D&D Beyond does, but I don't know if the particular thing we're using does. I'm gonna guess it's not high, and it's somewhere around 12.
Hold on.
I was like, I didn't realize I was gonna have to have D&D Beyond open on the side until I find
No,
where it's
you're
actually
fine.
at.
Don't worry about it. Your perception
Not great.
is... It's okay. Like I said, this is a very open area outside of the Gentle Hills that you're on. So what you actually... You're looking around, and something catches your eye down the road. You see a cart that is very slowly moving away from you, but you are catching up to it.
Okay.
So, it's a very colorful cart. It's purple and green.
Hulk colors.
And that's why it caught your eye.
Didn't realize Hulk came out this way. It's usually more of a
at this point, it's
Watergate.
probably like 500 meters away, maybe. Like the purple and green are so bright that you can make it out.
It's Barney.
As like it you notice it in the glint of the sun.
Okay. All right. I'm just going to keep my eye on that particular situation because that's interesting. It's the only thing that I see out here. I'll also hop down and ask Salhalla if she'd like to jump up instead.
Well, you're the one who saw this. Would I also be able to see it?
I'll put it this way. Yeah,
I'll
point it out to you as I get down, saying like, okay. I'm gonna get down. I see something up there. I'd rather just be on my feet. So if you'd like to take a ride, please do. I'm just readying myself in case.
Oh.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. I would like to get up on the cart then and see if, with my eyes, I can perceive anything else.
With your eyes.
With my tiefling eyes.
Your special eyes. Your brand.
My special eyes.
So, in the time that passes as Jackson, you clamber off of the cart and Salhalla climbs on board. You're able to close a bit of the distance, about 50 meters or so. You do notice the exact same cart. You think you make out a figure pushing it?
Pushing it?
So it's like a push cart instead of a pull cart?
Yeah, it's a push cart.
What can I tell about the figure pushing it? What do they look like?
Boyfie lad. Little small boy.
He's about as wide as the cart and about as tall as it too. You can't really make out much. He's also wearing purple and green. which I know is giving off
Camouflage.
Hulk vibes.
We knew
But-
it.
Bruce, it's
Yeah.
good to see you.
He just loves to color coordinate, okay? There's nothing wrong with sticking with the theme, okay?
It's called
Important for
consistency.
branding.
Okay, so I would like to report this back to my fellow party members and tell them that I see a very large person pushing the cart. They look probably pretty strong, so maybe we should kind of not piss them off.
So are we talking as big as Jackson here? Because if
You're
we're
not
honest,
sure because, to be fair, is very far away. You don't know how big this cart is. You just know that he's as big as the cart and as wide as the cart. You don't know how big the cart is.
That's
Oh,
a
boy.
big boy.
there's a very good chance my man is built like a brick shit house.
Yeah. Probably much more built than Jackson.
Okay.
All right.
Ca-
Oh, go ahead. No, please.
Are we close enough to yell at this guy in a friendly way? Like
Um,
You gonna get his attention?
a good
You are
introduction
about-
goes miles away. Come
I
on.
would say that at this point you are like 350 meters away. That's a distance.
Hello.
There is no
Okay.
response.
Oh
Does a-
no. He's just as hard of hearing as the cart.
That's the cart.
Hold on.
Do you typically just scream at people from hundreds of meters away?
No,
What
if
are
we can get
you
their
gonna
attention,
do?
yeah.
Have a screaming match back and forth about how nice the weather is today? Like, what are you gonna accomplish with this?
Depends. Can I win the match? Money involved. Come on now.
Look, you can bet him when we get closer. How about that?
Okay, perfect. Does Sildar, Saerloon, does Sildar see the guy? Does he recognize him, or his old feeble eyes way too bad and it just like blurs together?
I mean, what do you ask Sildar?
I'm gonna ask Sildar. Do you see this big hulking man pushing this wonderfully colorfully coordinated cart down the road here? Is this normal?
You have travelers heading into and out of Sirloon all the time.
It's good, bad travelers? What are we thinking?
I mean,
I'm no judge of their character.
I was like, from
I
the
don't
people,
know if you guys are good.
Yeah, I was like, from the people that my tribe used to take in and out, you don't really ask what their motive is. They give you money, you take them to their destination, you go home, and that's all you do.
Should have known better than to ask this old man anything. I whisper under my breath. Hopefully he's hard of hearing too.
Like
Hold
the
on.
cart.
Hold on. Let's
Oh no.
Did you roll a stealth roll?
Oh my god.
he glares back at you after that comment and continues driving the horse in the cart.
I'm just gonna kind of seat back and just kind of hide in the back of the cart.
Just gonna take the biggest sigh.
Um,
I'm just gonna pretend that I'm not here. Just maybe no one will involve me in whatever's happening.
you're about 200 meters away, and what you can tell now about this figure in this cart, the cart is probably 5.5 to 6 feet tall. The man behind it is very large, round wise. He's a very wide man. He's very rotund looking, and you've quickly caught up to him because he's not moving the cart very quickly.
I mean, that's a heavy cart. I don't blame him. Is Is this person actually humanoid in nature?
Yeah. He looks humanoid. He's on 2 feet.
All right, well,
He has
I'll
2
wait
arms.
I'll wait till I get a little closer to maybe see what's going on.
So my man could either be a kangaroo or a human. All right, we've narrowed it down pretty well here.
We got a bipedal boy, and that's pretty much about it.
So could he hear me at this point?
You are 200 meters out.
Oh, okay. So not yet. Then all right, never
That's,
mind.
that's
Do
2
I see
football
Ryder
fields.
start
I was just
to
gonna say, tell Josh
in.
in feet.
Yeah, 600 feet.
freedom units?
Me think.
I'm just gonna keep
So,
walking.
yeah.
That's Jackson's mission.
So you guys catch up to him easily in the next minute or so, because he is not. He's basically stopped at this point, and you see him, kind of turn around and just kind of lean on one of the handles of the cart, and you can tell that this man is not athletic. He is very overweight. He's probably not a threat.
Okay. Big old beefy cute boy. All right.
Yep, fair enough.
All right. Cool. I suppose we should just keep trekking along unless anybody else wants to check anything else out.
Just gonna keep walking.
So Hollow's gonna say, I don't really think he's a threat. He's probably like a merchant or something. We should probably just wave and keep going.
I would agree with that, Sahala. I don't think this is something to stop and get involved with in any capacity.
You say merchant. I hear the potential for a little bit of cash before we get into Saerloon.
Do you have wares to sell?
I've got wit.
Are you going to swindle this man of his hard-earned money?
You say swindle. I say have a nice casual conversation with. We can see where it goes.
By all means, but when this goes south, I am not. I'm gonna watch.
Look, I promise you, it's no threat at all. We just need to go chat with the guy. Let's see what he has to say.
Feels like sitting. I don't know about that. Is that not against any of your moral codes at all?
I don't think he has
Codes,
any.
schmodes. Who needs them? Doesn't earn you cash.
Where did you grow up, Ryder? What pampered life did you grow up in?
Well, as much as I like to talk about myself, maybe now's not the time with, even though you guys don't perceive him as a threat, I'm still a little nervous. So maybe now's not the time.
Sildar, as you approach this man, as you are getting close to this person on the side of the road, Sildar is going to grunt back at the lot of you and say, I agree with the short idiot. And stop the wagon.
Well, I don't think the tone was needed, but I'm glad we agree.
This man is sitting gasping for breath, kind of just head down, and he looks up at the lot of you and gives a really weak wave.
Good day to you. You doing all right?
Puts up his hand.
Fair enough. That's a large cart you're trying to push there.
He gets up a little bit more. Hello.
Please continue.
DM voice. DM voice.
Oh, you mean our cart?
I was not expecting that from this 6 foot wide rotund boy. Hello.
I love this character so much.
It's gonna bite my tongue. Mm-hmm.
I gotta think now. Can I have some help?
Shit.
How can we help you? What do you need help with?
You'll see, I am a merchant, not strong. I'm trying to get to Saerloon.
So you want some help pushing your cart, is what I'm hearing?
Well, yes. I'll pay.
Hey.
All right. In items or
What do you
gold
got?
and silver?
You got. Oh. He yeah. His eyes widen when you say that, and he's like, would you like to see my wares?
You know what?
Okay.
Why not?
Alright.
Yeah.
Let me pull up some stuff. Hold on.
Do you have pickles?
No.
I'm just getting into
this is
chat.
great. Okay, so he walks over to the back of his cart, and there's apparently like a crank there, and he flips out a handle, cranks, and it kind of lifts part of his cart so that it's like a mobile.
It's like a food
display.
truck, but with items.
Yes.
Cool.
It's actually a food truck.
As he lifts it, it is not. As he lifts it, a tone plays, and out of a what are those things called? The audio phones. Is that what they're called?
Like a gramophone?
Like
Like a gramophone, yeah.
Okay.
You hear a recorded message start to play as this side panel raises, and the message says,
Oh god.
"Welcome, friends, to the House of Blinsky, when happiness and smiles can be bought at bargain prices. Perhaps you know a little child in need of joy, a little toy for a girl or boy." I love this character so much. And inside this cart are toys. Just loads of toys. There's there's like merry-go-rounds, there's little figurines. As you're looking at them though, they're a little bit weird. The merry-go-round, instead of horses, they're like dire wolves. Some of the figures are like clearly toy soldier figures, but then there's also like a guillotine and hanging gallows that are part of a toy set.
We found a traveling Hot Topic merchant.
Essentially.
The Saloon Spencers.
And as all this comes out, a monkey.
We just keep escalating further.
I swear to God, I did not write this character. This just exists. A monkey grabs one of the toys, one of the merry-go-rounds, and kind of like leans off of one of the struts from the collapsible awning, and like holds it out, like trying to get you to buy it.
Aww.
Was this monkey just dead ass on the inside of this thing?
Yeah.
Oh my
Does it
god.
speak?
No,
It doesn't.
it's a monkey.
Good to know.
I
I can. Hold on. Can I show you guys him? Can I?
monkey?
I'll
Can
be
I-
honest, if you do this, it'll probably
If you-
screw up everything in the unless you throw it in as a
Do
picture on top of the
Do it.
map.
Do
I
it.
hit show players.
Oh, it worked. Yes. I love
That's the
him.
man that you find.
Would you like to buy some ammo, brother?
I love this.
He's so good.
Look at our boy.
Holy shit. I would die for this man.
Well, you might. So this, excuse me, sir. What is your name? I thought I heard Belinsky at some point in that beautiful spiel.
I think it was Jablensky.
Perhaps I misheard.
He looks at you. Gadolf Blinsky. Gadolf Blinsky.
Gadolf Blinsky.
Yes.
Okay.
You may call me Mr. Blinsky. Blinsky, it's fine. My friends call me Gadolf, of which you are not.
Fair. Fair enough. Okay.
But we might be.
What's your monkey's name?
What is this monkey's name? This is Piccolo.
Piccolo?
Piccolo?
This is Piccolo.
No, it's Piccolo. Don't be daft.
Piccolo.
So, why are you carrying all these? I guess to me, random assortment of wares to Saerloon. You just, I assume, just to merchant them off. But where do you come from, Mr. Belinsky?
Land far away. You probably never heard of it.
Perhaps you're right, but maybe we have.
It's called Barovia.
Oh, you're right. I haven't. Shit.
You're right.
Would any of us have heard of this?
No.
Nope.
No, okay. It's very far away.
0% chance.
Zach knows what this is, but Jackson
Yep,
doesn't.
Zach knows what this is,
Yep.
but
Okay.
Jackson does not.
Perfect. Okay. You said that there was a toy in there with a guillotine,
Yes.
Mr. Belinsky. I'll happily help.
Blinsky.
Blinsky. Excuse me, Mr. Blinsky. Is that correct?
Yes.
I'd happily help you push your cart for a little bit of coin and perhaps that guillotine toy there.
Please.
All right. I just start stretching.
He's
Pull
gonna
in.
crank down, but the monkey is gonna jump out onto his shoulder and ride with him since he is no longer pushing the cart.
Oh, I thought
And
this
he
was
cranks
a
down
tag
the,
team thing. Oh, okay.
You've seen this man. He is not pushing that cart.
I mean, he has pushed it this whole way. He's probably very tired.
You have not made it that far.
Oh,
We're like, what, 10 minutes into this trip?
No, I mean you're probably like an hour. You have no idea how long he's been on this road, though.
All right. All right, so I guess we're gonna start. You said you're heading down to Sirloon then.
Yes.
All right, Ryder, you want to
Yes.
give me a hand? Kinda pick it up. I'll just kind of look at him like, yeah, come on.
Listen here, you shit. I'll ride atop you. Does that sound good?
We've already done this once before. I think you'd be fine over there. If you're not gonna help, then no. So, Holly, do you actually want to help?
I'll help.
Okay.
The cart is not heavy.
Oh. I was expecting a real heavy car.
Like it's not.
So we could push it one person at a time, maybe instead of two.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not extremely heavy. Especially for people who are trained fighters, like Jackson. You are very muscular. You're very strong. It's not going to be that big of a deal for you to push this cart. Like
Okay.
for someone who probably hasn't left his toy shop in Barovia for 20 years, yeah, this is going to be hard for him to push the several miles, kilometers, whatever, to Saerloon.
He's a little portly.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sildar, about how far is it from here to Saerloon?
Easily, and we'll have to spend the night in a camp, more than likely.
Okay.
Probably a day and a half travel.
All right. So I'll take first push on this one for a little while.
Okay. Whenever you get tired, let me know. I'll take over.
Thank you.
But Blinsky, right? Is that's the name? Blinsky, correct? Yeah, yes, sir.
It's Balloons.
Yes.
Yeah, Mister.
Great. Do you have all these toys? All of them from your homeland? Do you have any? Are you taking anything special with you, or is it just toy? Can I want to peer into his cart to see if there's anything off inside it, like anything that may catch my eye that isn't just your typical Barovian toy.
Give me an investigation check.
Investigation check. Okay. Let's see. Normal. Oh.
Right, I can look at your roll. I'm used to people telling me them. I'm just like, wait a minute.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm not used to the system. It's okay.
I don't think the rolls are showing up on stream.
Oh, so
They're-
I can read them out then, yeah.
Here, hold on
Oh,
a
they
second.
aren't.
It's because of the fact that we're not far enough down yet. So if you give me a second,
Oh, okay.
I can't. Here, hold on a second. Let me. Because our characters aren't technically on screen, I can't use certain actions. So what I'll do real fast is I'm just gonna roll a couple times so the rolls show up, and then that way they'll continue to show up since then. It's just because of how it's cut off, it's really high up there.
No, it makes sense.
There we go. All right, now the rest of them will start to show up. Man, that was a wasted 20.
I rolled an 11, so people
Yeah.
know.
Yep.
So you notice some tools, kind of hanging in the cart, kind of on the back wall of it. Outside of that, you don't see anything.
Can I ask him what it is, Mr. Blinsky? What's that tool back there?
They're my toy making tools. I make toys. I am toy maker. I have
Don't know
tool
what I
that makes
expected.
toys.
Yeah, what a dumb question, Ryder.
Okay, Mister, I bought the guillotine.
What
For-
the? He looks you up. You appear to be Bard.
How do you know? Perceptive of you.
He looks at what you're wearing. Oh, for everyone at home, Ryder is in like full Bard like frilled collar, tights, like he is in full Bard gear.
Gee, I wonder.
So yeah, he looks at you and says, "Look like Bard."
Jackson's just shaking his head right now. He's like, no.
That's a very good guess. I suppose you have plenty of those wherever you're from. I've forgotten long past this point.
Barovia.
Barovia.
Barovia, of course.
I told you like 3 minutes ago.
He is of goldfish mind.
I see that. What do you play? Do you sing?
You know, it's interesting you mention that.
Oh.
And instead of going into such a long-winded explanation as to why I play the instrument I do, let me just give you an example of some things that we do here. And it's honestly part of the reason. Don't let them tell you this, but it's part of the reason why Sahala and Jackson here have chosen to partner up and be such wonderful companions. Let me just give you a sample from my new EP. Jackson, Sahala, you want to hear it?
We've been asking.
Have to, don't we?
Yeah, we've been asking for what this. We've been asking what this thing is, and you keep refusing to show us it. So I'm excited
There's
now.
no instrument like this in our land.
Yeah.
You have to save it for a special moment. And Mr. Blinsky, with his delightfully rare accent, I think is the perfect person for it. So let's take it in and enjoy for a moment.
Headphone warning.
Friends, Sahala, Jackson, Mr. Blinks.
Can you do a performance check real quick? So we can see just how weird we are.
He doesn't need a performance check if he's gonna actually perform.
Holy shit! I've never heard such an instrument before. Where did you pick this fine utensil up from?
My homelands. It's not a popular one in my homelands. It's hard to believe, but it's very near and dear to my heart, which is why I'm on the journey I'm on. How did you like it?
I don't even know if an instrument like that is of this earth, honestly.
Well, I can assure you it is. Blinksy, I have to know. What did you think? You think that performance? I was looking at one of the dire wolves. You think that might have earned one?
I mean, we have similar instrument in Barovia.
Perhaps this is also where Ryder's from, if you have similar instruments.
Oh, I can assure you it's
That's
not.
good. Sure. Why not? What would you like?
I want that dire wolf.
He like nudges his piccolo, and the monkey runs over, grabs one, hands it to you.
Thank you, monkey. Can I pat him on the head? Will he let me?
His name is Piccolo.
Oh, thank you, Piccolo. Sorry, I'm bad with names, as you can tell.
Sure. Hopefully he won't bite you.
I pat the monkey, or try to pat the monkey on the head, I guess.
Give me that animal handling check.
I knew it.
Sahala is going to say, if he bites you, I'll try to heal you.
Let him bleed.
Sahala. Always the noble one. I really appreciate that, Jackson. Thank you.
You're welcome. You look like you need to rub some dirt in it. Well, it's not too bad, actually.
I rolled a 16.
Yeah.
You pat its head and it doesn't seem upset about it. It kind of like looks at you and like runs off. Back onto his shoulder.
Right. No name for that. I just wanted to pet a fucking monkey.
That's fun.
That's what I figured.
I mean, we're living out our fantasies, right? That's what we can do it every day.
Yeah, that's what D&D's here for. We're just here to live out our beautiful fantasies. Thank you, parents. Sorry, so my parents followed, so I was like, thank you. I don't know how you got
I was
here,
just
but
about
thank
to
you.
ask.
Yeah, it's my parents. All right. Well, shall we? Sahala, what are you looking for?
I don't honestly know. I'm just trying to get to the city, and here we are.
Blinsky is going to look at you and say, "Do you want toy?"
Can I?
Sure. What would you like?
So it's just like the little carousels and the little like guillotines, right? That's all we have options of.
So let me get the full list of his toys. Hold on.
The cool ones.
There are. Oh, by the way, I forgot this part. Piccolo is wearing a tutu. You can see it in the picture a little bit, but yeah, he is wearing a tutu.
Going back to the combat screen. Oh my god, it's pink!
Oh.
I'm zooming in for everybody.
Oh my god.
We stand. We
We
stand.
stand. Praise.
Yeah,
Praises.
this is about as
Let me
big as I can
open
get
him.
it there for you. You see the little cute little tutu?
We stand. Piccolo.
Um,
I love
okay.
this man.
So there's a lot of things now that you're taking a closer look. You find there's the merry-go-rounds with wolves. There's the guillotines. There's the toy gallows. There's a severed hand that's just like propped up on its fingers. There's a set of marbles. There's a wooden horse figurine. It's all black with a fiery red mane and tail. There's a snow globe with ravens circling around a gnarled old tree with snow everywhere. There's a stuffed bear that looks like Frankenstein's bear, essentially. And then there are two dolls. One has red hair. It's a girl. It looks like a regular doll that you would find in the real world. And the other is a older looking man.
A creepy old man doll.
It's not a creepy old man. It's an older man that's like wearing a long trench coat.
Fucking Cabbage Patch Dad.
Is he wearing anything under the trench coat?
Yes, no, he's like in full. He's in full cut. He's got a trench coat. He's got a leather vest. He's got leather pants. He's got
Assless chaps?
No.
All chaps are assless, otherwise they're just pants.
That's true. But it's just more fun to say.
Like he looks like a I don't know how to describe him. He looks less like a creepy old man doll and more of like a older hunter.
Oh, okay. That makes him significantly less creepy.
Still questioning why it's a toy.
Me as well, yes.
I'm like, I'll leave that alone.
People like what they like.
That's true.
Sahala is getting a little bit of an inkling that maybe there's more to these toys that meets the eye. Like, they just kind of have a weird vibe to them.
Okay.
Is there something I can do to maybe investigate them without, being rude?
What would you?
I don't want to straight up be like, so are these cursed?
Will I die?
I feel like I'm picking my death here.
The debuff
Whatever
will
I
come.
pick is what I have to fight later, right? So,
Oh man, I really screwed up taking that guillotine. Fuck.
And Ryder took a wolf. So, how would you go about doing that?
yeah, I was looking at maybe like Arcana or something to see
Yeah,
if they're
you could-
magic.
Let's do an investigation check. Like, just do an investigation check. What you would be looking for is like any strange markings, runes, symbols of the cursed variety. Yeah,
I
no,
don't
you
see
don't
shit.
find. They all seem like normal toys, in the sense that like they're not tampered with. But yeah, they're all seemingly untampered.
Okay, since I can't visibly see anything, I'm gonna ask.
Would you like to? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna verbally ask. I think instead, since I can't be shifty with it. So, Mr. Blinsky,
Yes.
how did you come up with all of these toys? Are these very popular, common toys where you're from, or are these just?
Oh yes.
things you like?
These were all the craze in Barovia.
Okay, they're very beautiful. I feel bad to take it any. I feel like the children in the town would probably really love them.
Oh, I'm sure they will, but I can always make more.
Fuck, know what I do now?
Well,
Pick your poison.
he's so giving, Mr. Blinsky.
Yes.
I know it's a passion. I think I can see that. I understand. I get it. But you're not making any money off this. What's going on as far as like just the kindness of your heart or what? Can I do a persuasion check?
Sure. Why are you persuading him to spill his guts?
To spill his guts on this.
My
Alright,
long
give me that
lost
persuasion.
story.
All right, hold on. Where you at, Ryder? You jackass. There you are. All right. There it is.
Okay. So, if you're to understand, you need to first know why I left Barovia. The reason he looks at you and you can see like the cogs in his head rolling. Like, should he trust you guys? He's not sure. You are helping him out. You didn't rob him. Multiple scenarios going in his head, and he finally just sighs and says, "You've never heard of Barovia because Barovia doesn't really exist."
What?
It was a land that I was trapped in, and I was able to leave my captor. You 4, my apologies, Sildar, are the first real people I've seen in decades.
How long have you been on this road?
Maybe an hour.
So were you coming from Mulhessen?
So I was plopped down on this road, and this other traveling group, they said that there is a city south of here called Saerloon. I decided might as well go south because I don't know where else to go.
Fair enough.
You say plop down. Do you just mean like were you like kidnapped and just dropped somewhere? Probably not. You've got all these toys. Like, did you just fall out of the sky?
Kind of.
Kind of.
I more traveled through the mists.
Travel through the mists.
Miss.
Um, what-
I just kind of
The
look
mists?
dumbfoundedly at Sahala and Jackson. I'm at a loss for words for once.
What do you mean, the mists?
That's how you get to Barovia. A mist comes, it swallows you, and then you're there.
Sounds horrifying.
Oh yes, lots of vampires. Very bad. Very bad.
How did you survive?
I make toys and sit in my toy shop and make toys for the children. They loved them.
So there
There are kids there too?
Eh, not kids like you would think.
This land of yours sounds very troubled.
Yeah, I would not go there. Definitely stay here. This seems
So how did
creepy.
I know that you traveled through the mist, but how did you actually how did you yourself find a way out? Because it sounds like most people should be wanting to find ways out from your definition of this place.
There was a group of adventurers that I think ended up killing the master of this world. And those who had souls were dumped out. Those who did not were ashened.
So you're saying
Listen,
there's...
it's a long story. We'll be here all day.
We're just looking at first person we've seen. Aside from Sildar. We must know.
Ashen meeting made into ashes?
Okay. So you asked me if there were children there. Yes and no. They were gray children, meaning they had no souls. Because the person running Barovia controlled it through illusions. So he made illusion magic children.
That's creepy as fuck.
Yes, it was creepy as fuck. Can we stop talking about it?
Understood. Let's get you to a city with actual people.
Where I can assure you they mostly have souls.
Mostly.
Mostly. Jesus.
I'm gonna hoist the cart and start walking.
Sahala's just gonna pat him on the shoulder and be like, I'm very sorry for all you've been through.
Oh,
I think your toys are lovely.
Thank you. Would you like one?
I would actually really like the snow globe. That's gonna be horrible. Later I'm probably gonna have to roll to make sure it doesn't break in my bag or something.
Roll a safety check.
Just gets all wet.
Ah, damn it! Now I gotta dry it out. None of us have prestidigitation. This is awful.
He grabs a snow globe and hands it to you and says, I've never met don't know what to call you.
I'm a tiefling.
What is that?
Well, we're not well liked here. I can tell you that much.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, your friend.
Your friend?
You seem like friend.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I hope we can be friends, Mr. Blinsky.
Oh, call me Gadoff.
Man,
Kira,
straight in.
I'm Sahala.
It's right. What are your names? You're Sahala. Um, small one. Kazoo player.
I'm Ryder Firestone. It's a pleasure. It is a genuine. I don't say it often, but it's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Blinsky.
Yes. And you, young man. Also, he apparently knows Sildar's name. So
I was gonna say you said that earlier. I was like, I don't know how he knew that, but whatever. My name's Jackson.
Maybe he heard us saying it to him earlier, picked it up.
Yeah. Jackson. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, the four of you, for assisting me. I very much appreciate it. I'm going to go sit down. He hops into the back of the wagon.
Is the horse okay?
This is fine.
More worried about those wooden wheels. All right.
The cart's empty other than him, right? So it should be okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Red, are you walking now too? Are you riding on my shoulders? Is this what's actually happening?
Yeah, sure.
Jackson's just gonna pick you up and just put you on top of the cart. We're not doing this the whole way. And I'm start pushing.
Perfect. It's cozy.
Can you keep a lookout up there, please, Ryder?
I'll do my best,
That's what I'm worried
Sir
about.
Jackson. Okay, good.
Use your kazoo. Just look through it at the horizon.
So you continue down the road. Morning turns into afternoon, and the road is long, but the cobblestone that you were following slowly turns into dirt as you start approaching a forest that the road goes through.
What time of day is it?
Afternoon.
Okay. It's a little less foreboding.
How much further is it from here to Saerloon? Does it
At
seem like it's another full day's
At least
travel?
another full day, yeah.
Full day. You are 1 day away.
So
So you will have to make a camp at some point.
the forest in front of us, how dense is it? Is it dark in there, kind of like that type of really thick, or is it just a kind of normal forest with just a road in the middle?
It's just a normal forest with a road.
Okay.
It's definitely not pitch black in the forest.
It doesn't
Okay.
look haunted.
Ryder, do you see anything in there?
So far, nothing at all. Unless I can, it's even important for me to do a perception check, to see if there's anything in the woods I can see. It's notable.
What is your perception?
It's +2 modifier.
Okay. Excuse me. Doing a quick scout of the area, you don't see anything foreboding. You do see some birds kind of flitting through the trees, but the most notable thing is the snores that you hear coming from the wagon.
Belinsky's just passed out.
He's
Kinda-
tired.
He's kind of cute though.
So, Ryder, are you just like over there, just like staring down at Blinsky, like, and blowing little air kisses?
A big dumb stupid smile on my face. Just look at him. Oh, look at him, man. He's so cute.
You okay up there, Ryder? You're swinging your legs back and forth like a school child.
I'm just trying to make the best of the situation before we go wandering into what appears to be a forest. I'm a much bigger fan of these open fields, if I'm honest with you.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with the forest. It's fine. Did you have a bad time in a forest once? Like, it's just the same here, but yet covered. Actually, it'll be a lot nicer in there, a little cooler.
But you can't see anything. It's scary in there.
That's good for us too, though. It gives us cover
Yeah.
as long as we can move fairly quietly.
I mean, unfortunately, we're on the main road, so we're as open as possible on this road. So I guess, you know, Ryder, you're going to have to try and peer through that thicket as best as possible.
Just take me in. We'll be fine.
Just
We've got Sildar over there. We'll be fine.
throw him in. I just put him into the forest.
Please don't. Do I need to do an acrobatics roll?
Jackson, I was going to ask you, can you do a I'll say strength.
A strength, just an ability check?
Give me an athletics check.
Athletics?
Let's do that. Let's do that.
Athletics. Oh! Man, boy, the Zach luck's coming in hot tonight.
Bad.
So
as you're like going into the forest, you've been pushing this cart for easily 3 hours now. At first, it wasn't heavy. It still isn't.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, putting the 30 to 40 pounds of, rider on top was probably not the best idea. But you're feeling a little winded right now.
So can we take a quick tag-in break here? I'm gonna set the cart down and just be like, shit.
Yeah, I could take over.
Haven't been practicing the farm carries lately. Thank you.
The farm carry.
Yeah, that's you carry like this, and it's all shoulder, and you just go. I'm gonna just sit down on the ground for a minute, like, oh shit.
Now, Sahala, you are notably not as strong as Jackson.
Yeah, not as large.
So, can you give me an athletics check, please?
Sure.
Crush out a 20 here, nat 20.
7s all around.
This cart is fucked.
You pick up the cart and you're just like, as you do, your first inkling is, how in the hell did Jackson move this? And you look up at Ryder, and you're just like, You ponder things.
I can get down, Jackson. Hey, Jackson.
What?
Can you help me down? It's a long way for me.
Yeah. Jump to me.
I just kind of stick my hands out like a little kid. Daddy!
You come down with some force because my arms are tired.
Sahala's just gonna take in the whole thing and think like how kind of cute it is. Sahala's sheltered. She's never had friends, and she's just kind of like, "Is this what friendship looks like? Is this what friends do?"
Sorry for the rough landing there. It's shoulders are a little fried from that.
When Ryder jumps off the cart, you are amazed how much lighter the cart is. And not because Ryder is particularly heavy, but Ryder as Ryder comes down, you realize that he also had his full pack on him.
Of course he did.
Got real
So,
heavy real fast.
He was adding about 53 pounds to the carry weight on top of himself. So,
Sorry, guys.
And you're on our side of the fulcrum here. That's a lot of weight. We should have balanced you out, put you at the front.
Oh my god.
you're able to move the cart pretty easily. It's rather light.
Okay.
Entering the forest, you continue down this very almost picturesque path. You've got light shining in through the trees, large leafy trees kind of on either side of you. As you fully enter, the entrance and the hills, the barren hills behind you, kind of disappear from view. After another 30 minutes of moving, what are you guys doing, I guess? Set the scene as to what your characters are doing.
Sahala's just kind of zoned into pushing this cart and trying to keep like a consistent pace and not tire herself out.
Kind of stretching my feet back out, moving along.
I'm asking Ryder about that kazoo and how he made it or found it.
We'll get there. Look, it's a lengthy tale, Jackson.
It seems like a relatively simple instrument, is it not? Is it really that lengthy?
In principle, it makes but a humming delight, I'd like to call it. But in lore and spirituality, this bad boy carries the weight of the world on its shoulders.
That's a tall tale for such a small instrument.
I'm not a particularly religious man, but I think Sahala understands what I mean when I say it's spiritual.
I'm not sure I do. You worship it?
Do you like light the candles around it and get down and do the whole shooting match?
Praise be. It means a lot to me. That's all. I'm not sentimental about much. I mainly care about money and what people think of me. But this thing has gotten me through thick and thin, and I love this thing. It means a lot. I get visibly uncomfortable as I don't really like to talk and show my sensitive side too often. And I kind of reel back into myself and pocket my kazoo away and just kind of look straight ahead.
As you're talking, everyone give me a perception check with disadvantage.
With disadvantage?
Yeah.
Baby, here we go. I'm on the wrong character sheet. There we go. Perception with disadvantage.
It's not called up. I rolled a 9.
Oh, there's a lot of critical ones in there.
Oh yeah, I got a 4.
Cool. Yeah. Okay, so as Ryder is telling you this tale, Jackson, you notice Blinsky wakes up and sits up straight, and you hear something in the distance, and almost together you both say, you both realize, as he's saying it and as you are listening to the sound, hoofbeats, and they're coming from behind you.
Might not necessarily be bad. Is it a heavy like something's coming in fast, or is it just like another cart?
Something's coming in fast.
Okay. Sildar, I think we might want to get over to the side. Has there been any issues lately on the trail?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
All right. Well, I think we might just want to get over to the side then for a little bit and let whatever this is pass or be ready for it.
And they can go around us.
Is the path wide enough for that?
Yeah, it's a pretty wide path.
Okay.
Okay.
It's like a 2-lane road essentially, and you guys are on the right. And he looks over. Though you guys are pushing a cart as well. I'd say right now you're taking up too much space.
Okay.
Which is valid. And I think Sildar would stop being a dick for 5 minutes and tend to agree once he starts hearing the hoofbeats and kind of pull the cart over to one side, the wagon and Floyd.
Okay.
How's Floyd doing in all this? Does he look visibly disturbed at all, or is he okay?
He's fine. He's a workhorse,
He's-
quite literally.
I guess we'll just keep going forward and
Just a little more out of the way.
keep watching to the rear to see what it is.
Are you guys stopping or no?
I think we're still moving, but I think we're just moving on the side, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Just trying to stay out of the way.
Yeah.
Jackson, you're able to tell that it's one horse.
Okay.
It doesn't sound like multiple, just the one.
One speedy boy. Okay. I'll kind of say that to the rest of the party that, it sounds like it's just one horse, so I wouldn't anticipate problems, but that is what the current sound is.
A few minutes pass, and the hoofbeats start getting louder. You make out the figure of a horse and possibly a man riding south from behind you
Okay.
at like breakneck speed.
Train. Okay. I mean, there's not much we can really do, really, especially if he's traveling at full pace.
Gotta try to avoid him.
Ryder, do you
Yeah, if
also
it's
want
just
to
one
yell at him?
horse, he should be able to get around pretty easily.
I don't want to yell at him. I think I'll just let him go by. He don't have toys.
I'd agree, Sahal. I think we're far enough over to the side.
So the figure gets closer. You notice a older man has white hair, receding hairline, wearing a well-fitted jacket, an overcoat that's almost like a trench coat, and well-fitted pants. All are a lightish brown. He appears to have a cane at his hip and what looks like almost a crossbow on his back. He looks at the group of you. He looks to his right as he passes, but just continues going, does not stop.
Okay.
They're not really a threat, then, it seems.
Wouldn't think so.
Seems okay. Just a traveler on the road. Sildar, anything weird about that guy? Or are you just a guy rolling down the road?
I've never seen him before.
All right. Well, I suppose that's better than knowing he's bad.
Kind of strange that he's going so fast, but
So I say you don't typically
it's
travel.
his horse if he wants to.
We
Put it in
didn't
the
see
ground,
any like bags on him or anything, right? It's just the person with the cane.
Yeah. There might have been a pack on the back of his horse, but like other than that, he wasn't heavily equipped.
Okay.
I take
wonder
that
why
back.
he was going so
Take that back.
fast.
He does have a trunk that is attached on top of the butt
saddle?
of the horse, like the back of the horse. He's got like this. He did have a like brown leather trunk.
Could anyone roll perception or anything like that to see what style of trunk it is? I know we can't see in it, but
Sure. Go for it.
Let's do it.
It's like Jackson just nodded to the gentleman, and that was about it. He wasn't too worried about the rest.
Your quick glance at it, it had a lot of intricate leatherwork and metal studs in it. It was pretty well decorated. And it looked like there was a lock on it.
Okay. So it's clearly important to him. That makes sense. Okay. Nothing I can glean from it though. So basically it is a box.
It is a expensive box.
That's
a trunk.
This is the old IKEA trunk. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
I guess
Think
I'll just
like-
let him roll on.
Think like Harry Potter luggage.
She's got a Horcrux. As far as I could tell, other than the intricate design, I think I'm just gonna say it's a nice looking luggage bag, suitcase, and I think it's weird he's going fast. But other than that, I'm just gonna let him go on his way. I'm not gonna try to get too involved.
Fair enough.
All right.
Is there anything else that people would like to do? Because if not, I will continue forward. We will do a little bit of a time lapse.
Fair enough.
Do we get a montage?
Please?
If you want to provide moments for a montage, by all means.
I am asking Ryder how to play the kazoo. I want him to teach us how to play it and see if he obliges or not.
But of course, Jackson. But of course, this beautiful creature. While it looks like you should blow into it, aha, that's the trick. You hum, just like so. See a nice low dulcet tone. It's beautiful. You can play things such as Mambo Number 5, anything really. Well, how about for our trip?
You've written 5 different mambos?
You know, funnily enough, it's the only mambo. But we just
Why would you
really
start
wanted
at
to
5 then? Why did
There's
you
not a
write
whole-
such a weird song?
He wanted to seem more prolific, I think.
I just wanted it to stick out.
That's
you
fair.
know?
That's the way to do it. Everyone asks where the other 4 is, and they get all excited about it, and then you just break their hearts. I understand.
Exactly. You know, it roughly goes something like.
The laughing into the kazoo really seals the deal here.
It's definitely not like any music I've ever heard before.
God, it really is not. Don't you have something else with you as well? A more traditional instrument?
Somewhere. I don't think I have it on me, though. I think it's back where I came from.
Okay.
This is all I travel with.
Can we attempt this interesting technique of
Let's do it again. How about a little waiting room music for us as we travel forward? So I'm gonna need everyone to practice with me.
Skip can go.
Okay. Sahala, Jackson, let's get a little practice in if you're interested. All right, I'm gonna need you to everybody
Hmm.
All right, now extend that. Just go further with it. Perfect. And scene. Perfect. Great. All right. Then you have your kazoo. Of course, you don't have a kazoo because you've not created one for yourself.
Does every person create their own personal custom kazoo?
It's not a secret the halflings would tell you. So after that, you like so, and then you just it's delightful. Then you play a nice little bit of waiting room music for everyone to hear, and just hum it to the tune that you want. Just Thus concludes this lesson. One day, perhaps if we get to a point where we can, we'll make it for you. Maybe, if you're fortunate enough.
That was lovely.
Yeah, I'd very much
I've
so
never
appreciate
heard
that.
of a waiting room, but the music they play there is gorgeous.
It
Is
is.
that something very popular in your town?
It's actually not the most popular place in town. But that's why we do our best to make sure the music is enjoyable and not grating at all on anyone's soul.
This sounds like a place I'd want to spend most of my time in. Why would people not enjoy this?
It's probably the personal trauma involved with what happens afterwards.
What happens
Personal
afterwards?
trauma or personal bliss? That was fantastic.
We're going to have to get back to this moment later because we're diving into some really personal, conceited issues. Can we... I get visibly uncomfortable and start to fall into myself and just get real quiet.
All right. Well, when you feel
Sahala
like you
says a prayer for him.
I'm just gonna give you a pat on the back and be like, "It's okay. I appreciate the lesson. Thank you."
Oh.
Are there any other montage scenes that you would like before this time skip?
Felt like an Arrested Development scene.
We will move on. So throughout the evening, you travel through this forest, and it seems to not really end. And Sildar, continues moving forward, but says that we're probably gonna have to camp soon. You guys okay with sleeping in the woods?
Yep, I'll be all right, and I'll start pulling out my little bedroll.
Well,
Sahala's pretty
we're
excited.
still-
She's never been on a camp out before.
We're still moving. Let's find a clearing or something. Something more suitable, maybe.
Fair enough.
He looks at Ryder and says, "What about you, frilly boy? You don't look like you can sleep on the ground if you need to."
I would much rather a spot in the cart, if I'm honest. It's not quite an inn, but it'll get the job done.
I'm sure we'll muster something. All right. Well, everyone give me a perception check.
Perception.
God, it scared the shit out of me. Jesus. Good God.
Can I roll anything else other than a 7, please?
A 20.
Ryder.
Wow.
Ryder, you see up and to the right, off what looks like a beaten path that branches off up ahead. You see a dull, pulsating light. It's orangey yellow.
Seems legit. Let's head to it.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Do you point it
Ooh.
out?
I'm gonna point it out. Do you guys see that clearing over there? Not necessarily clearing, but a pulsating light, a little orange hue almost.
Does it look like
Flickering, pulsating,
fire?
glowing.
Yeah. Would it look like
All these words apply.
Is it someone's
like
camp?
campfire? Yeah.
I don't know if it's smart for us to just bust into someone's camp. That might make them think we're there to rob them.
I would
They
agree
could
with
attack
Sahala.
us.
Yeah, it's like typically you don't want to approach somebody else's camp. You would rather stay as far away from that as possible.
I could sneak in to see if it's safe.
Doesn't that look even more suspicious than just entering the
Have
camp,
at it.
sneaking into the camp?
So Holly, you might be onto something here. Do you have any other ideas? Because otherwise, we're gonna end up sleeping on this road, and the big horsey man, who clearly was not stopping for anybody, is gonna pay us another visit and trample us, and I'm in danger of that.
I don't think he posed us any threat. There's
It might even
5
be
of
his
us and
camp.
1 of him. Yeah.
I think we should give this a shot. I think it's our only opportunity. I can go check this out. He won't see me. I'm small.
But you're very loud.
Yeah.
It's
I do you have
I'm a little loud.
I'll pull my axe down and like here.
I can't hold that. That thing is fucking massive.
That's
It's
the size of him.
I'll give you my hand axe. I don't know. Do you have any like visible like short range weapons on you?
Oh, short range. Oh, that's real funny. I have a dagger and a short bow.
Oh, okay. That's all right. Then
so
no, I won't hand you the hand axe. I was just doing a joke with the big axe.
I'm gonna give it a go. If I'll sneak in there and see if anything's squirrely.
Sildar is going to look at you and say, just be cautious.
We need a safe word. What happens when you get in trouble?
We might be in the hunting grounds.
Oh, good to know.
That's interesting. All right, so if you all hear me intensely blowing this thing, you know something is up.
How do we know what an intense blowing
which thing?
sounds
The
like?
kazoo?
Oh God.
Wait,
Oh, no.
Ryder, now is not a good time to. Oh shit!
Do you actually blow it? Wait.
Yeah, Ryder, why did you blow that? Do you know the definition of trying to sneak into something, Ryder?
I haven't started sneaking yet. Look, we gotta be far enough. There's no way they heard.
Do
that.
you
Come
realize
on, right?
how loud that noise? You clearly have not spent much time outside. Do you know how far away those hoofs were when we heard that? That's a low
Have you ever
thud.
been in the woods?
Not
Sound
often.
travels.
You see why I was trying to avoid this place.
I'm gonna start looking around to see like if there's movement out in the woods.
I'm just gonna start kind of like circling our wagons, our carts together, just kind of.
So you've
know what
made
we're
it to the branching path, essentially.
Okay.
So like this is the branching path. This way is to the camp. This way is still south. Nothing seems out of place after that outburst, at least. Nothing seems to catch your.
Told you guys were worried for nothing.
Whatever you want to call it.
I think you got lucky more than anything, Ryder. I would not do that again. The
Big
axe
luck
comes
over
out
here.
as soon as I see you start.
We're at a branching path.
Yeah.
And we can go either way. Do we see? Is there anything notable, or is it just dark as shit down both of these paths?
It's dark down the straight path, and off to the right, you see the dull flickering of what looks like, now that you're close enough, a campfire.
Look, Ryder, if you want to complete your sneaking, please.
Let's do it. Let's do
for
it.
it.
I'm gonna sneaky boy.
I'm gonna walk up to Sahala and be like, "This is a bad idea, right?"
Stealth, right? Yeah, stealth check.
It seems like a bad idea. We don't have any need to be in their camp.
Yeah, sneaking. Yeah, okay. I'm glad we're on the same page.
All right.
I like how it just shows up as question marks.
No, it's absolutely terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
It's very mysterious.
So you approach this encampment. There is a small campfire. As you circle around in the bushes, you notice a tent and a horse that is tied to a tree, and a man sitting on what looks like almost a stump, kind of looking at the fire. He is the man that you saw earlier, on the horse that was hauling ass.
Is there anything noticeable just around him that I can see or gleam from anything that's different? Probably not. Is his suitcase or his ornate luggage there?
Yeah, it's by his tent.
It's by his tent. Okay. I'd like to do a...
He has his cane out. He's kind of just like holding it. Kind of like this.
It's like
with
gun.
the cane.
How many feet am I away from him?
Easily 90.
Never mind. Okay. I'm not really sure where to do.
This is your.
No, that's probably not a good idea.
So how long do we give him, Sahala, before we have to go in after him?
I don't know. He's supposed to give us like that panicked toot
That
if
hefty
he
toot.
needs help. So I guess if we don't hear that, he's probably okay. But I mean, if like 15 minutes, 20 minutes passes,
We'll do
we
the
haven't
old
heard anything.
Yeah.
He's probably been captured.
We'll give it the old college rule, 15 minutes. All right.
Okay, 15 minutes. Perfectly excellent. I'm going to...
15 minutes for a panicked toot.
You might get a panicked toot. Gosh, this is tough. There's so many spells and abilities from it, I'm not really sure. I'm just going to try to... I'll do one perception roll just to see if I see anything else that isn't noticeable.
Sure. Do you notice the unnoticeable things?
Do I notice the unnoticeable things? Exactly.
Are you looking for his chest?
You notice the charred remains of what looks like some animal he skewered, and probably ate. I don't know. He doesn't seem all that threatening here. We can show you what he looks like. That is a thing I can do.
Heck yeah.
Whoa.
He does not have books, but... There.
Oh.
It's Lemony Snicket.
I was just about to make that fucking joke. I was thinking, like, what's that guy's name? Your 16 was for nothing. You couldn't even tell that his boots are dope.
He does have
Kinda-
dope boots.
Now that I'm looking at him, I'm not really intimidated by him. He was in a rush, but maybe he can help us and help us figure out what's going on here.
Are you just saying that to the void?
I'm just, yeah. I'm gonna make myself known and go speak to him.
You're just gonna pop out of the bushes and
How do
talk
you
to
do
this
that?
man. Hello
All right.
there.
In a meek voice, small meek. I'm gonna make myself even smaller than I am. And I'm going to move out of the forest in just a meek, small voice. Just, sir, hello, excuse me.
He looks at you.
I don't mean to interrupt. I just wanted to see if I could perhaps sit by your fire. I mean you no harm at all. Nothing here. Just me and my clothes, and that's it.
Get closer.
I hesitantly move a little closer to him.
I need to see you in the fire, boy.
A little bit foreboding. Okay, I get close enough to where I can be by the fire, and I kneel beside it to show I'm not a threat. I kind of open my palms to him, like there's nothing.
You telling me you're out here by yourself?
Okay, look. We mean no harm. We're just travelers trying to get to Saerloon. And so far, it's been safe. You were the traveler that came past us on the horse, right? You may not have even seen us. I don't even know if you did.
He looks at you closer. Like, he kind of leans in towards you. He's like, oh, you're the one with the tiefling, the half-orc, old man driving the carriage. I think there was a guy laying in the wagon.
Yes, our toy maker. Yeah, he's a precious one. That one has a pet monkey. Anyways, we're looking for a place. I don't want to beat around the bush here. We happen to be surrounded by a lot of them. I would like to see if maybe, sir. And again, I really got to emphasize, we mean you no harm at all. Could we maybe take up rest by your tent for the night? There's really nowhere else to lay.
Gestures generally to the rest of the woods.
Yeah.
You got food?
You got... Do we have food? I don't think we do.
We would
You
have
have rations.
No, all but the rations we could carry on our backs, sir. That's really it.
How many are there? Just the 5?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4.5 with me, but I call it 5.
All right, fine. That's what you want to do.
Sir, I really do appreciate it. Thank you so very much. I give a nice little... A joyful toot, if you will,
That's joyful.
to my comrades, and to let them know it's okay instead of the panicked toot.
Do we even hear this? I don't know how-
Yeah, you would hear it. It's
Okay.
pretty quiet out there. You would hear the distant tooting.
Would we be able to tell the difference
Yeah.
between the
is
panic
that,
toot and the happy toot?
is
Do I need
that
to
was
do
that
it
a
again
panic?
just as an
was
That I
a-
don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know if you would be able to tell the difference.
So how was that a? It wasn't as
It didn't sound like a
Violent.
scream.
yeah.
maybe we go in cautious but ready.
That's
Just
what
in
I'm
case.
thinking. Yeah.
We doing this?
Yeah, we're going in. I'm gonna
Sildar
have.
urges the horse onward.
Boy, who would make the better impression? You or me, Sahala? Who should be behind the cart pushing?
I don't know. You're big and I'm scary looking, so it's kind of.
Maybe we both push the cart. We both just kind of chill behind and let Sildar go. There's a ladybug on my leg. Where did you come from?
Yeah, or if we send our new friend and his monkey, they look very jolly and friendly. But I feel bad to send them in because he's not really a fighter.
Yeah,
So if it didn't go
something
poorly-
happens, yeah. Let's just both push the cart. We'll be behind, and then we'll just kind of casually sneak around the side. How about that?
We'll just try to look as non-threatening as we can with this jolly, joyful cart in front of us. It looks pretty non-threatening.
Yeah, sounds great to me.
Oh,
That is our plan. We're to come in all joyful while pushing carts.
All right. So you guys enter into this camp.
Ladybug, come here, ladybug.
Ryder, are you just gonna sit by the fire and wait for your companions? What are you doing?
I'm just sitting by the fire as non-threatening as can be.
All right. So you see, the caravan essentially at this point of carts, a horse, etc. As your friends come in to the encampment, and the man that's sitting there kind of like looks, nods, and goes back to just sitting on his stump. We will switch the scene. You're gonna have to give me a minute. A moment. Yeah, because it's gonna be black.
It's
on
okay.
your guys' screen.
We got our boy up on the screen right now.
Look at this.
Oh
lad.
yeah, it works. Totally works. Okay, so he is here.
Put us up here for a minute.
Let's say Gadolf is there. Ryder, you're by the fire. Sahala, you were pushing the cart. Jackson, you're with the cart. And Sildar, I don't have an icon for.
The sounds. I'm gonna put that back on screen.
Oh yeah, there's sounds.
Oh, I'm
He
here for
sounds.
this.
The
This is
horses.
good.
There we go.
So, for those that don't know what the tokens are, Ryder is the one north of the fire. Well, north, whatever, above the fire. The screaming one with tomatoes, apples, we're not sure. Jackson is the pointy-eared looking half-orc, and Sahala is the purple tiefling that has horns. Tieflings have horns, for those that do not know.
Talons.
And the shadow figure is Sildar, because I don't have an icon for him.
Fair enough.
That's the way he'd
fine.
like it, honestly.
And the unknown man is the man with glasses. Blinsky, you all know, is the man in purple and green.
All right.
So, you have entered this camp. You've kind of put down. Everyone has dropped the cart, tied up the horses. Floyd. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna ask the fine gentleman who allowed us to utilize his camp what his name is.
My name's Han.
Han, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Jackson.
I'll introduce myself as well.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I realized as I said that, like, it was like not obvious. Am I speaking in character right now, or just telling you like what I'm going to do?
Right.
Nice to meet you, Han. I'm Sahala. Thank you for letting us stay in your camp.
He looks at you and says, "Of course."
Oh, you know, Han, even though I happened upon your camp, I didn't introduce myself either. Hi, I'm Ryder Firestone. It's good to meet you. Do appreciate you letting us set up camp here.
Yes, this is it's quite nice meeting the three of you. Your companions.
What, Sahala Jackson? What would you call us?
I think companions is a good enough word for it.
Travelers? Traveling troupe?
I meant the other two. Who are they? Blinsky is coming off the back of the cart of the wagon that he was on, and he kind of falls out.
Aw, buddy.
Oh man.
Sildar walks up and says, "Sildar Hallwinter,
I'll
I have
go
not
over to-
seen you here, but I escort people on this road." Han says, "Okay, and the useless one?"
That's our new friend. We met him today.
I'm gonna help Bolinsky up. Try and get him back up on his feet as he kind of tumbles out of the cart.
Sorry, did you say his name? I don't remember.
No,
I was
I didn't.
adjusting
He's our new
Zach's
friend.
audio.
You're good. This is our friend Mr. Blinsky and his tinier friend Piccolo.
I like the monkey. Big fan.
We did too.
Big fan.
So, I guess pleasantries. Why are you guys going to Saerloon?
Someone else will take the reins on that one.
Yeah, we're heading to Sirloon for some help. Is probably the best way that I could probably put that. There's certain people that are down there that would be beneficial in the task that we're trying to accomplish.
It's nothing shady, though.
Using general words like task and saying that it's not shady does the opposite effect.
It's okay. So, right, we can tell of my half-orc nature here that there's kind of two sides. The internals like to fight. I'm looking for help on that.
And we're along to help.
All right, so you're a crazy person. Got it.
No, it's... You know, I suppose in the simplest terms, yes, but only in very certain scenarios, and I don't hurt people that I know and understand. That's not the problem. You just kind of lose control in other ways, I suppose. But you'll have no worries about that.
Like he's a great fighter, a good egg, and he means well. He's good. He's a good egg. We all have our things to look for. I mean, look, just to ease some tension. I am on a quest to find my barding home. Get accepted back into my family. And maybe Saerloon will hold the answers to that. I don't know. But you know, nothing too crazy or wild, really.
Fair enough. Well, you're welcome to stay the night, I guess.
Why are you traveling, Han? It seemed like you were going very quickly earlier. Are you in a rush?
Not anymore.
Why no longer?
I've reached my destination.
Here in the middle of the woods?
Correct.
Oh, do you have big plans for here? In the woods?
Boy, does he.
I'm here to hunt.
Ah,
Oh,
a man of sport. What are you looking for?
Not you.
thank fucking God.
That's comforting.
Fair enough.
Oh, pleased to hear that, sir.
I'm assuming then you're looking for a particular person.
No, not really.
Then
Jackson doesn't have much to say after that because he's just like, okay, yep, sure.
what if anything? You've sat down by this camp. Clearly, it's a good cozy spot. Let's say the morning comes. Where to from there? I'm assuming you're not going to stay at this campfire forever. The woods your home? Are you also headed to Saerloon? What's the plan here? No, I said that in an accusatory way. That was not meant to be an accusatory way.
What's the plan, huh?
What's the plan, friend? There.
Sure. I'll head to Sirloon after my time here after my mission's complete.
Well, I suppose we often all like to talk in riddles, and that's okay. You were kind enough to lend us your camp, so why continue to poke and prod? We'll say though, your chest is very ornate.
I don't understand.
On him?
I mean, if we need to give you some room, I mean, I'll go sleep further out in the woods. Does Han need a hand?
Yeah. Does he? Come on, guys.
You've dug this hole.
I've dug this hole. I've dug it so much. Sorry, out of character. I've dug this hole so much. I guess I'm about to fuck this man tonight. Y'all have a great night.
Seduce him with the kazoo.
My God.
Jackson's one serenade away from laying wood, so.
He looks at you, understands that you mean his trunk. It has my tools.
I suppose we all have tools then, don't we? All right. You've piqued my curiosity. What kind of tools? Tools for your mission? What is the mission? What is the mission? If you don't mind me asking, of course. If not, I will take my ass to the cart and go to sleep. Han.
He walks over to the trunk. He pops it open. And he has this weird rotary gizmo. You're very confused as to what it is. And he kind of hooks it onto his belt. He also takes out vials, puts those on his belt as well.
Oh.
Takes out his crossbow and holds up his finger to his lips. And looks at the group of you and says, "They're coming." He closes the trunk. You hear as this grappling hook kind of shoots off into the trees and yoinks him up into the tree line.
Oh, fuck.
As he gets yoinked up there, you see him unsheath a sword from his cane.
I'm staring into the woods now, trying to figure out what he's looking at with my axe at full ready now, and I'm standing.
So I'm guessing we're not going to bed yet.
Sahala, I'd grab that mace of yours.
I'm gonna go ahead and ready up myself.
20 seconds pass. There's no sound. Blinsky seems very concerned and starts like hiding in one of the tents. Sure. Sildar also is maneuvering himself to a ready position. The rest of you, please move yourself if you would like. You have full control here.
I'm gonna go up a little bit closer to our bud here. Try and take a more frontal position if possible.
I'm
gonna
small.
step
Can I go under the
closer
cart?
to my friends.
You can, yeah. You can go under the cart.
It won't let me, but that's okay. Oh,
I can put you there. I can put you there.
Hey.
I have full control. 20 seconds pass. And you hear the fluttering of wings.
Oh.
And
What?
out of the forest and into the moonlit sky, you see several swarms of bats travel across the sky. They
Fucking
pass.
bats.
Where's
Another
my man?
minute passes. He's still up in the tree. He's still behind you.
Can I see which way he's looking so I can try and like fix my glance in that direction?
He was tracking the bats.
Okay.
And then just like kind of looking around at the perimeter.
Okay.
Out of the darkness of the trees. Did that not work? Did it work? Yes. Haha. Perfect. You see a...
Oh.
It might be a man. I'm not sure. Hold on. Let me view the character artwork.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you see a young man start walking out into the clearing. Yeah, he'll walk to there. By the horses.
Do we see him like walk up? Like
Yeah, you can see him walk up. Like he goes along. Let's see if I can do this. Hold on. He walks there. This is his path.
okay. Can I like shout out to him? Like, who are you? Like, who are you?
No, bro. Who are you?
We were here long before you were. I don't think you get to be asking questions when you creep up on a camp. Who are you?
What did he say?
Oi, wanker.
Oh, you cheeky cunt, you fucking wolf.
I'm a Wow. I'm a hunter. Who are you?
A traveler. Who are you hunting?
The hunted.
I don't think you're going to find any of them here.
Don't know. Never met you.
It's because we're passing through. Never met you either. I mean, we're going to be back and forth with this for a while. Who are you looking for? I'll take a step towards that direction.
He's gonna take a step towards you.
Figured as much.
Food? You food?
I've got rations. I'm not very tasty myself.
Have you ever tried?
I don't really like much of half-orc blood in my mouth. But I've had it there a few times.
He's gonna take
Where's the
another
rest of-
step closer.
Where's the rest of your companions? I sincerely doubt you're here alone.
Probably out hunting.
You've got a lot of balls to come into a camp like this, all nonchalantly.
Seems like easy pickings.
I think you'll find that this food fights back a little harder than you're expecting. I would leave.
So Hala's gonna take a step kind of closer to this and be like, hi, I don't want to intrude, but we're with another hunter as well. I think this might be kind of his area. Do you guys have like territory, or do you know each other? Maybe.
Another hunter?
Yes.
Who?
Han?
Who the fuck is Han?
I don't know. We just met him tonight. He said he was a hunter too.
Is you Han? Is you Han? Points at Jackson.
No,
No.
he's with our group of travelers. The hunter is somebody
He's-
who established.
He
this
points at
camp before we
Sildar.
got here. It's none of the people you see right now.
No. But he's supposed to be the one that helps keep us out of the harm's path of hunters. I'll kind of look at Sildar a little bit.
Sildar just is like. He seems visibly perplexed as to why you guys are currently being confronted this way. Sildar does. So he's saying he's hiding.
No,
Can
he's
we
just out
still
and about
see
right
Han
now.
from where we are right now?
You kinda can, yeah.
He went out looking for a little bit of food. We happened to be staying here. We met him on the travels. I don't know when he'll be back.
No, Ryder, you're underneath the wagon, right?
Yeah.
But underneath the wagon is still like a 2-foot gap. So you're very visible. I want you to know that. Like you aren't like it's not like it's not a lowrider, right? It's got big wagon wheels, and those are mounted onto axles, and then the wagon itself is above the axles.
So you're not slick.
So, which is why I didn't ask you for a stealth roll, because you are not currently hidden.
Hey, great.
Just letting you know that ahead of time. Well then. You don't seem like the type I would like to bother with, so... I'll take my leave. He will walk here, there. And then turn into a swarm of bats and fly off.
So that was.
So he's a bunch of bats in a coat.
So when we were talking to him, did he have fangs? I'm assuming we would hear myths and like legends of like bats and vampires.
He did have interestingly like his incisors were bigger than usual.
Well, because mine come from the bottom up. Do I see his come from both sides?
No, they come top down.
Don't vampires also have bottoms?
Some do. Not that one.
Okay.
Some are versatile, you know?
Oh boy.
Well, that was weird, huh? I'm gonna crawl out from under this bad boy.
You hear another.
You've been hidden.
You hear another hollow, and Mr. Man zips right back down to the camp.
I'm gonna look at him and go, "Are you hunting vampires?"
Monsters of the night, vampires, whatever you want to call them.
There was no way we were gonna take that guy if he started fighting us.
Which is why I left.
So
A little
that we
heads
would
up would have been nice.
get eaten?
So that we wouldn't start a fight here.
No, that was smart.
How many are there? I say, crawling out from under this thing.
I feel like
What do
we
you
could
mean?
just walk out.
It would be like a squat walk.
So I can't be the only one who heard bats, some kind of flapping above us, and then this person just, I perceive, turned into bats. What? How many are we dealing with here? There's a reason I don't like forest. I say, looking at Jackson and Sala.
This is a new one, Ryder. This is not very common in the times I've spent in the forest. Wind.
Han looks at you and says, "You're going to Saerloon, right?"
Yes.
Yep.
I think you'll learn how many vampires there are pretty soon.
Is Sirloon a whole like vampire town?
Not the whole town, just the nobility, the guards. I'd say probably 3/10 of the town.
So anyone of import, effectively, is okay. Well,
Wait, did you say 3/4 of the town?
3/10.
Oh, 3/10. Interesting. Sildar,
Yeah.
that information would have been nice to know earlier if you knew that.
I knew it, but I'm not an information kiosk.
Fair enough. Was that
But
what
we
you were
asked
talking?
you if the woods were dangerous.
They are to the hunted. You are not the hunted.
Who is
So what?
hunted?
Yeah, what is the hunted?
People that usually people that have wronged Saerloon, criminals, for the most part.
Anyone that they have perceived them. Boy, I've seen it 1,000 times before. Sounds like my family.
Are your family vampires?
No. Perceived slights go a long way in the Firestone family, though. So yeah, this information probably would have been good to know there, sir.
Blinsky pops his head out of the tent and says, "Is he gone?"
For now, yes.
Good. Mr. Han, would you like to see my wares? Han is going to look at Blinsky and say, "Do they kill vampires?" And Blinsky's going to say, no. Tough break, kid. No, I don't. And Blinsky will nod and look at the lot of you and say, will you keep me safe?
That is the hope.
We'll do our best.
Okay. I'm going to curl up in the bowl in the corner of this tent and not come out till daylight. So, if you need me, I'll be there. And he shuts the tent flap.
I respect that.
In this universe, I'm guessing vampires are nocturnal.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, maybe.
Oh no.
They're all over, aren't they? We got some Waffle House vampires.
Always ready to brawl.
Define nocturnal.
Like they would be active at night and
Do they
presumably hidden away during the day.
Vampires in the Forgotten Realms follow the Dracula rules of vampirism.
Mm-hmm.
So, running water, bad. Sunlight, bad.
3 wives, good.
That depends on their own interests. Like the things, but basics is normal, nocturnal. Certain things hurt them, certain things don't, etc., etc.
Okay, so like wooden stakes would be bad for them. Running water's bad. Sunlight's hurtful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Good to
Good to know.
Very good to know.
Sahala is going to look at her friends and say, I think maybe we should keep at least one person watching at a time all night.
I would agree. I can take first watch.
Okay, I can take second watch.
Do we need 4 watches for the night? I'm trying to remember the rotation rule for a long rest. It's a DM question.
Yeah. I mean, if 3 of you take a watch, each take a watch, it's fine. There's also Sildar there and Han.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You can figure it out.
Hey, Sildar, Han. I'm really tuckered out, guys. You guys mind keeping watch? If not, I'll do what I gotta do. But what we say? I go hop in the tent with Blitzky.
Are you asking? Who are you asking? Sorry, that's my bad.
I saw the glaze.
Yeah. I hear an S word, and I assume you're talking to Sahala.
There's so many S's, I know.
Sildar.
Sildar.
Yeah.
Sildar, Han. You guys want to keep watch? And take our. That'll at least give us 4 watches throughout the night. Because I'm really tuckered out. It's a lot of wear and tear. Any chance I can hop into the tent with old Toy Man and
remind me again what you did today that tired you out so much? Was it riding on Jax's shoulders?
Or was it on top of the cart, like trying to keep your core tight and balanced on there? I know it was kind of a rocky road for you.
It was a lot of the stress and turmoil. I mean, we did see a person turn into vampire. Considered emotional hazard sleep. We'll call it emotional distress.
I worry about you greatly.
Sloth is one of the 7 sins, you know.
Look, that's fine, and I understand. Look, if you all want me to take a watch, I will take watch.
Here, you can stay with me for the first watch.
Of all people, would you be the best for watching anyway? You have an instrument perfectly made for alerting people of things.
You can give us one of those panicked doots that you did before when you were trying to be sneaky.
Han is going to look at Ryder and say, would you like me to watch with you?
You know what, Han? That sounds... Fine, let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, first watch.
I got it. Jackson will take it.
Okay. I was more declaring me and
Oh,
the short one would take first watch.
That's okay. That's fine. I can take second or third. Doesn't matter to me. Just wake me up when you need me.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna roll out my neat little.
Who has the rest?
I can take whatever needs to be taken as well.
Okay. So Hollow, your third, Sildar, your fourth. Bada bing, bada boom.
Boom.
He's going to. So the rest of you are going to go sleep. There are tents. Would you like to sleep in a tent? Would you like to sleep outside? Sleep in the cart? What would you like to do?
If there's enough tent space for me, I will take a tent and begin doing my nightly prayer ritual.
Would you like the tent with Blinsky or no?
Does he snore?
You have heard him snoring. Yes.
I would like without then.
Okay.
But I would like to do it in such a way that he doesn't realize I've specifically chosen to not sleep in the tent.
Oh, there's no way he will know. You are fine. I put you in the north tent. He is literally in the fetal position in that tent. So
Just curled up in a ball in the corner. Somehow.
Jackson, what would you like?
Literally right where I'm at is where I will sleep.
Okay. I wish I could put you on the stone, but I can't. It's fine. Sildar will go into a tent. And oh, look at that.
Hold shift and then let go of the click and you can place yourself out of grid.
Yeah. So Ryder.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
You seem nervous.
No, not a bit. You're fine. You're good. It's just this is we just saw a lot. I'm a little bit suspect of everything going on around here, but other than that, it's good. We're together. We're fine.
Come here.
Okay, I saunter over to him.
He looks at you and tells you. He gestures. Hold on to me.
Han it is. Yeah, Han it is, right? Okay, so I can certainly do this at your request, but what are we accomplishing here? Is there a reason I'm going to be holding on to here?
Oh my god. He grabs you by the back of your tunic and frills and whatnot, and you hear the as his grappling hook goes out, and both of you get lurched into a tree together.
Jackson just opens his eyes and just sees them whip over and he's just like, whatever, man.
I am visibly shaking.
Yeah.
You already see I'm not very tall off the ground as it is. How high up are we right now?
Tall enough that those things won't see us.
Oh, okay. Sure, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Ryder appears to visibly try to calm himself down in his own head.
Would you rather be on the ground?
I'm already here. Let's just stay.
So why'd you join this group of people?
It was really more happenstance than anything else. You know, we all happened to join in at the same city. At this point, I can't even remember. It's all wish-wash at this point. Who even cares? And really, initially it was just a way to get what I needed. But as we've traveled, they're actually, Jackson's a little rough around the edges, but I think he means well. And so Hala, while she's sweet, she's still the religious type, and it's not necessarily my crowd, but she means well also. And I think we're just, they have their purposes for traveling, as do I. And my last name's Firestone, and I think I'd like to find my family again someday. Well, be accepted back, but that's another story.
I know of the Firestones.
We are a well-known and well-regarded family, and that's kind of why I would like to be back in their good graces to some extent.
I always thought they were a pretentious lot, but...
you know what money can do to people now. It's even gotten the better of me at times, but these past few ventures have certainly done a number, and somewhat humbling me. I would say to an extent. Flying up into a tree is a new experience.
He just kind of chuckles. Well, we got 2 hours. Let's just sit and watch.
Fine. It's uneventful. It's been an eventful past couple of days. Let's just sit and watch. That sounds good, Han. That sounds good. I am still tightly gripping onto his side, as I'm still deathly afraid of these heights we are at.
He looks at you and takes out a flask and hands it to you and says, "Calm the fuck down."
My man. Thank you. I do appreciate it. I'll take a long swig.
As you finish the swig, he kind of claps you on the back.
Perfect. Thanks, Han. Really appreciate it, man.
He has he's sitting on this branch with you. It's a pretty sturdy branch that he's on. He's got his cane kind of over his lap, resting off of his knees, and he's just sitting there. He still has his glasses on. They're not glasses, more as they're shaded. You can't see his eyes. You actually never have been able to see his eyes.
Interesting. I guess I will notice this.
Giving you information. Could you roll for me a D100?
A D100. Interesting. All right.
Should be /R space 1D100, I think, to roll in the system.
Backspace RD.
Yeah, put a space after the R, and then 1D100 should do it.
1D100.
There you go.
Okay. Hey, thank you.
Okay. 2 hours pass. Outside of maybe idle chit chat from time to time, nothing else really occurs on your watch. At the end of your watch, Han kind of gets up and says, "Ready to go down?"
Not particularly, but sure.
He grabs your shoulder this time instead of by the scruff of your neck, essentially, and I assume you hold on as he again shoots out the grappling hook and zip lines the two of you down. Not on top of Jackson.
Oh, what the fuck?
Han walks over to Jackson and kind of nudges you with his boot.
I assume it's my turn. Okay.
Ryder, where would you like to go in terms of sleeping arrangement?
All 3 tents are taken.
Yeah. They're occupied. They're big tents. They can fit 2 people in them.
Well, I know that the old big boy snores.
Not really holding that against them.
The most undesirable trait, apparently.
Yeah.
Everybody was like,
Look, Josh hates that shit. Ryder hates that shit.
And art truly does mimic life.
I'm gonna shack up with Sildar.
Okay.
As I'm getting up,
Go
I'm
into
gonna
the
ask.
center tent.
I'm gonna ask Han if there's anything that I should be watchful for, or if I should also climb trees, because I know that's where he keeps going for his watch. Just asking for some general information that he might be able to provide.
I mean, the trees are the safest. That's why this equipment exists.
Fair enough. All right.
But you can stay on the ground. I'll cover you. I can't really carry you up there. You're bigger.
No, that's understandable. I was gonna say I will climb the tree myself. If you could
Don't
give me
hurt
a second.
yourself.
Okay. I will
Clip, and he's gone.
Okay. I'm gonna go find the easiest tree to climb that is in the nearby vicinity and attempt to climb. It's gonna go
it's
really well. Or...
probably this one
Okay.
that is adjacent to him, or across the path from him.
Mm-hmm.
You could probably zoom out on the map a little bit.
Yes, thank you.
Yep.
There you go. All right. I'm just gonna climb my way up and then keep watch.
Give me an athletics check.
Athletics. Can I stop rolling 1s and 7s?
You climb up this tree and you're like,
I'm a little
you were just
groggy.
woken up. You're a
Yeah.
little bit sleepy. Your hand missed a branch, and you kind of let go with the other one, thinking, "Oh, I'm on this next branch," but you actually grab nothing, and you lose your balance and fall out of this tree. You take 3 points of damage as you kind of crash to the ground.
Fair enough. Just like, that woke me up. Perhaps down here is better. I'm just gonna stay at the base of the tree and keep watch.
Give me a D100 roll.
32.
The night again goes on pretty uneventful. Bats fly past at one point over the tree line. They don't seem to stop. For a moment, you're tense, thinking that another being might come out of the tree line, but nothing comes to pass. And after 30 minutes, you kind of ease off. You do notice that Han up in the tree has started smoking a cigarette or some form of wrapped substance.
Is
My
our man
man.
420 friendly?
Hey. Hey.
Give me some weed. Just to kind of acknowledge it. Not much I'm really going to be able to do right now. I'm going to yell up to him. I'm just going to keep watch and see if anything else happens.
All right. 2 hours pass. Your watch is ended, and Han zips back down to the campfire.
Do you not need to sleep, Han?
Not right now.
Just trying to make sure you're not going to put yourself in danger by staying up as late as you have. I've been there many occasions. It's not fun. I know you're a capable person, but I do still understand that sleep is a...
I had one mom.
Honestly.
I don't need another.
Fair enough. I will go wake up Sahala.
All right. You're gonna wake up Sahala, and where would you like to sleep? Back where you were?
I'll probably grab my roll, and I'll probably sleep like further... Oh, like up into this tree here.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, over
Okay.
there. So that way I'm kind of like at least somewhat covered.
Sahala, how do you wake up Sahala?
I'll just kind of give her like a gentle kind of push, and I'll say her name. I'm not gonna like come in there and like, you know, give her like a good nudge with the foot, but I'll just be like, Sahala. Little nudge.
You're gonna whistle at her?
Well, not actually, but you know what I mean.
It was a great whistle. I mean, go for it.
It's just supposed to be soft, but like high enough that it gets into the ear. You know what I'm saying?
Whisper in the ear.
ASMR whistling.
Whistles directly into ear.
Just give it a little bit of.
Alright. Sahala, you come out of the tent. Han is there.
At this point, I guess we'll have no idea that he has been up this whole time. So I'm gonna look at him and be like, "Oh, I've got this watch. You can go to sleep."
I'll assist you with this.
Oh, okay. Are you sure you're not tired? Have you been up since your watch?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be fine. I appreciate your concern, but trust me, I slept earlier.
Oh, okay. All right. Where should I probably be to keep the best watch, do you think?
Can you climb a tree?
I've never tried.
Okay, so you don't want to be on the ground then.
Okay.
Probably watch one of the entrances. Jackson was situated over by this tree over here. He points towards the tree that like is right by the entrance to the camp. That gives you a good viewpoint over the rest of the camp, the horses, everything else. It's not a bad position. I'll be
Okay,
up in
yeah,
the tree
that's
covering you.
That sounds great. Okay. Do you need anything before you go up into the tree?
No.
Cool. Okay. I'm gonna go sit in my spot then.
What a hard ass.
That's okay. He grapples into the tree as you've seen him do, and you can move yourself to your position. All right. Now we're deep into like midnight. It's rather dark now. lucky for you, you can see in the dark. Partway through the night, the moon gets covered with some cloud cover, and it gets very dark. Roll a d100 for me.
Okay.
Let's see what happens.
That's just like slash roll, right?
Yeah, you can do slash R or slash roll, and then space 1d100, and then that'll roll it for you.
There we go.
All right.
Almost there, don't worry.
Throughout your watch, again, it's very quiet. About 3/4 of the way through, you hear a fluttering of bats, and then a very loud man scream. It's very far in the distance, nowhere near the camp. But you notice Han kind of draw his sword out of his cane for a moment and just listen. 5 minutes pass in total silence, and then you hear the fluttering of bats head over your camp and head south. He sheaths his blade again and sits back down on the branch that he was on. 30 minutes pass. Your watch ends. Nothing happens. And Han ziplines back down to the camp. You're free to do what you want.
I'm gonna head back towards Han and check in with him. So that scream earlier, I'm guessing that was someone being hunted.
Probably.
Do you think there's any more risk for us tonight, or does it seem like they are moving away?
Well, we're about a couple hours until dawn. They'll probably be moving back towards the city to find shelter and not burn up, so we're probably safe.
Okay.
Was it Sildar's next?
I believe so, yeah.
I'll go wake him. So he's gonna head to Sildar's camp, or tent. Tent that Sildar is using. That is also Han's tent.
How many tents did Han bring? Are these all Han's tents? Okay.
No, only one of them is
ours.
Yes, but Sildar took Han's tent.
Oops.
Would you like to return to the tent that you were sleeping in, Sahala?
Yeah.
All right. Han gets Sildar out of the tent, and Han enters the tent and goes to sleep.
Spooky.
You about to push that booty over. Snuggle this, big boy.
Han, what a big cane you have, Han.
They don't call you Rider for nothing, right?
Oh my god.
Demonetized, all of you.
The rest of the night goes by uneventful. Dawn comes, and does this work? Does it work? I don't think it does. Damn, it doesn't. Dawn comes. The sun kind of crests and shines through the forest onto the camp. And it's morning. You all wake up from your slumber and kind of make your way out of the tents, sleeping positions, etc.
the ground can be over a long night. Is that Ryder just singing in his sleep?
No one knows.
Oh no, Han's very angry though for some reason.
Blinsky is over by Sildar talking to him.
I'll join him over in this general vicinity.
Yeah, I'll do the same, kind of group up. The attempted token movement collides with at least one wall.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, when I put you in like buildings that you're not allowed to like leave, I have to take you out of buildings because
I
you're
thought
not
it was
technically
calling
allowed
the
to go
log
in.
in front of the fire a wall, and I was like, I feel like that's... I could step over that?
Everyone kind of congregates around the now burnt out campfire.
Everybody sleep well?
But as well as you can sleep outside on a nice hard ground.
Did you guys not hear the scream last night?
No.
Scream?
I believe someone pretty far away was hunted last night.
We talking death scream?
Sounded pretty dire.
Woods.
You have something else you'd like to comment about the woods, Ryder?
No, please. How'd you sleep, Jackson? You mentioned the hard ground not good.
No, I mean it's fine. Sleep is sleep. It's fuel for the next day.
So about the scream.
Yes.
Han. You did, I mean, I assume you went to bed around the same time I did. Do you know anything about screams? Are these things you hear on a regular basis here? You seem like you know the woods pretty well here.
He was up during my watch as well. He didn't go to sleep until after our watch.
Han, do you not need sleep?
Han's a trooper.
I just woke up. What are you talking about? I slept. Just not a lot.
All right. So you also heard the screech, though.
Oh, yes. I wouldn't call it a screech.
Okay.
More of a death
More like
scream.
the last sounds of a dying man.
Were you able to pinpoint where the sound came from? Was it like north or south of here?
North.
Okay. So it's away from our our path. Got it.
He takes the contraption and puts it back into his case. He's kind of putting everything back into his trunk and closes the lid.
Fair enough. Probably don't need it anymore. Excuse me. Han, are you heading with us down to Sirloon, or do you have business elsewhere?
I'm headed to Sirloon, yes. With you, no.
Fair
Oh,
enough.
are you going really fast like you did yesterday?
I prefer to travel alone
That makes sense.
and work alone.
Well, we appreciate you sharing your camp with us for the night.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys not killing me in my sleep.
Hey, that's the least we could offer.
The feeling is mutual. Thank you.
Well then, he pulls some strings on his tent and everything kind of like collapses really quickly, like it almost zips into place.
What a G.
Kind of puts everything onto his horse and says, "Well, maybe I'll see you around in the old city."
Safe travels to you, Han.
Safe travels.
Be
You
great
as
to
well.
see you again. Let's catch a bar at the local tavern. I might be performing. Love to see you there, Han. Have a great day, buddy.
Catch a bar at the local tavern. You say weird. Sentiment is
He
there, though.
means well.
Yes, I know.
Probably still just shaken from being in the forest.
Goodbye. And he will take his leave. He gallops down the road, down the path to the road.
Hate to see him
Alright.
leave, but love to watch him go.
That ass clapping on the horseback.
Oh my god, he's so dreamy.
You got to share the tent with him, Ryder. Must have been quite nice.
He smelled like elderberries.
Is that good for you?
No. Can we please just... I already told you, don't like the woods. Made that perfectly clear when we walked into the woods. Can we get to Saerloon, please? I know, guys, whatever awaits us there, I just want to get to Saerloon.
Yeah, we're wasting daylight. We should probably try to get going so we don't get stuck in the woods for another night without a hunter.
Let's go have some fun in the city of vampires, shall we?
If I have to watch one more person turn into a bat in these woods.
Hey, don't be offensive to their culture.
That's
As
fair.
you're coming to the as you start like packing stuff up, Blinsky kind of comes over to the lot of you and says, Sildar has told me that we're very close to Saerloon. Only a few hours. What will you do when we get there?
I guess the first thing we're trying to do is, Sahala, you knew that there were people that were down there that might be able to help me with my particular issue. I guess
Yes.
we're gonna
Seek
start.
them out.
Yeah, we'll start there. See
I'm,
what it takes us.
I'm worried that I'm just escaping Barovia for another city of vampires.
I can understand your concern with that prospect.
Can I stay with you guys for at least a little bit when we get there?
I'm okay with that. I think if Sirloon's not a good fit for you, you could always try Mulhesed or a different town. There's fewer vampires in Mulhesed.
Approximately 0 that we know of, at least.
Seems that way. Yeah, that seems
Sounds
fine to me.
Sounds nice. We might. Who knows? I just. Maybe they're nice vampires. I don't know.
It seems like they're only hunting people who have wronged them in some capacity. And as I said, I'll kind of look at Sildar. Is that correct?
He nods.
Okay. So I think selling toys and being, of mercantile background, I think you'll be okay, but we'll make sure that you get off on a good foot in Sirloon.
I hope so too. I do have other skills, than just toys.
Like what?
Hopefully, I'm a bit of a tinkerer. In
A thinker?
tinkerer.
You
okay.
create
A
other.
tinker.
Yeah.
Yes. I was the kids in Barovia. They gave me the name the Wizard of Tiny Wonders.
It's going in his bio.
Maybe I could be. Maybe I'll be of use in Saerloon, and people will. I'm optimistic, but also scared. So.
I think we're all a little bit on edge, Mr. Belinsky.
It's Blinsky. Mr. Blinsky.
Blinsky. I apologize. It's a shared sentiment, I think.
Just call me Gadolf. It's fine.
Okay. Who's chopping onions?
We are all traveling together. It's good to know each other on a first name basis.
Isn't that right, Mr. Firestone?
Hey.
I think he's Lord Firestone, actually.
Oh, wow. Now we're
Lord
talking.
Firestone. Oh, don't let it go to his head. He doesn't need a big one.
Probably,
He won't fit
probably
into the cart next
lordling.
time.
You have your jokes. You have your jokes, Mr. Blinksio. I understand. I get it.
Oh, you may not call me Gadolf.
Oh, that's fine, Mr. Blinksy. That's fine.
I kid. So yes, I guess we can be off.
Yes.
Hopefully a few
onward.
hours, and we will see the wonderful gates of Saerloon. I'm actually excited.
It's a new city. It's a new adventure. And maybe we might find some of the answers that we're seeking, but we'll just... I'm just ready for a stiff drink.
Well then, let's get moving.
Let's
You
go.
you pile up and you get out the wagon hooked up to the horse, to Floyd. Sildar takes the reins, and he leads the caravan out of the campsite. As I said, you are very close to Saerloon at this point. 2 or 3 hours pass by, relatively unscathed, and then you see these large towers of Gothic design, with a large archway that has a wide open gate leading into a bustling city center. You have come up to the gates of Saerloon, and that is where we will end this session.
Ba-ba.
Um,
Hello. We made it.
The first part of our journey is complete.
We didn't.
walk
Sirloon
down
we
the road.
are.
It only took us 3 hours to make it down like however many miles that was.
That was a good one though. That was super good.
Well,
So,
I suppose we should probably talk a little bit about kind of the plan going forward for the next about month, right? Kind of give everyone a little background here.
For sure.
I guess I'll just keep going.
go ahead, Zach.
I was supposed to sure somebody else wanted to take the reins. So
You're already talking.
You got
All
it.
right.
You did great.
in the coming weeks here, most likely starting next week, but an official schedule will pop up soon here. We're actually going to be having interviews with each of us here. Mike, who is White Ghost 117, RaccoonHandsRandy, aka Randy, myself as Zach, and then JCooperE is Josh. We will have interviews with all of us, kind of about like the character background, D&D stuff, just kind of all of those type of things. So we'll be doing a little bit of that, and then we'll have our next stream the 24th of March. So we're going to be going on a every 2-week basis. So for those of us that are already kind of in the Peeps community, we usually do our podcast every Wednesday at this time. So this will actually take the place of that podcast. So we'll flip-flop, we'll do a podcast, and then we'll do PlentyARolls podcast. So that's kind of the cadence of what's happening here. We are going to be doing one other stream at some point too. We're not 100% sure what that is, because that's kind of our push to affiliate. Because you need to have a certain number of streams, and it's kind of hard to do that when you stream every 2 weeks. So we're kind of going that route there. But hopefully everybody had a little bit of fun. I did.
It was very fun. It's been like years since I've done any kind of D&D campaign, and I forgot how much I enjoy doing this shit. It's a blast.
It's a lot of fun. It's always interesting to get into a new world and figure out what the lore is there.
Mm-hmm. It's It's gonna be really interesting too to see what spins and twists our devious DM is putting together behind the scenes.
I think it's been pretty straightforward from the start. There's no twists.
Cursed items from Belinsky,
Maybe they're just cursed with love.
Yeah, definitely. I'm
He's
gonna have
just emo, and we're getting onto him.
I'm gonna have a whole ass wolf pop out of my pocket.
That's fair enough.
Call me to death.
Oh, that'll be awesome. But yeah, so that's kind of the grand scheme of all this. Is we're just gonna have a lot of fun at some point. I think the hope is to have guests on and featuring artwork. Like all of this artwork here, by the way, was all done by Chonky Kage. For those that don't know who Chonky is, I don't have a shout out command yet built into this channel, so
We have to do it the hard way by
yeah,
hand.
I know. I'm like, I got to do this the hard way
Everyone
for a
started
second here.
typing at once.
Thank
so
you.
I'm gonna.
So all the artwork here was done by Chankakage. At some point, we're hoping to kind of branch that out into, like, I know Ish.
We have
you
music.
talked about, yes.
It was unheard because you guys didn't get into a fight. So blame the players.
Yeah, so at some
Excuse him
point,
for being pacifist.
Yeah.
we were trying not to. But at some
Should
point,
we
we'll
have
have
fought
like.
the vampire and died?
I would rather have not have. We might have been able to take them, but vampires aren't fun. So, but yeah, no, at some point we'll have like panels for all the people who are kind of like helping us out with all the fun stuff behind the scenes, and we'll go from there. So
We'll be more organized as this kind of comes together.
yeah, this was the first one ever.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So
Definitely
All
some
right.
growing pains as we figure out how to make it all work.
that's
For sure.
very true.
Oh shit. Drop my
There's one
kazoo.
right there.
Oh, I can't drop the kazoo. All right.
No.
Well, I guess we're signing off then. I don't know how to sign off when it's not.
We don't have a sign off yet.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.
Right.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, y'all. I'll let Josh finish his kazoo here.